Research indicates that effective self-introduction can increase professional networking opportunities by over 30%. Now, this emphasizes the need for non-native speakers to master this essential skill in English. This lesson focuses on the importance of this aspect of business English in enhancing communication skills necessary for professional settings. Welcome to Business English Success Strategies, part of Mastering English Communications. We're going to explore this fundamental introduction approach or fundamental introduction techniques, both in a intermediate and an advanced stage, so you can have a deeper engagement, keeping in mind some of the cultural considerations and basically a practical exercise to put your own introduction together and boost your confidence when you're doing a self-introduction or indeed the introduction of someone else. So in this section, we're going to introduce, via a short overview, the concept of business English. This is just a short revisit, but we're going to be emphasizing it's important for effective communication in professional environments and its role in facilitating introductions in business and social contexts. Uh, we're going to touch on business English overview. This slide will outline the significance of business English in fostering effective communication and creating international opportunities for professionals. We'll also touch on basic introduction techniques, and this slide will present the fundamental steps for introducing oneself in a professional context, including properly sharing your name, job title, and company. Basically, the foundation or the basics of it. And then there will be an advanced slide, and this discusses how to elevate introductions by providing additional context about your experience and role, enhancing the impression that you leave with the other person or an audience. Then we will also, and this is finally, we will also touch on social setting introductions. And in this slide, we'll be offering tips for making introductions in informal settings, focusing on approachability and encouraging conversation. Okay, so business English. For those of you who are fairly new to my series, business English is crucial for establishing a positive first impression in professional environments. Right? You have industries such as technology, such as the varying versions of financial services, that business English is used as a medium, even when you're not meeting with an English-speaking company. So this can happen at times. I've personally been involved in those. And by understanding business English and how to utilize it in that medium, this enables effective communication across diverse cultures. A structured introduction includes your name, job title, and company, which lays the groundwork for engaging conversations and networking opportunities. Research also shows that a strong introduction can enhance professional relationships. For instance, using specific phrases or details about your role can foster deeper connections. So let's introduce you or have an introduction to self-introductions, right? So both business and social are important. Right? And let me repeat, both business and social are important in business, right? You're not always in a formal meeting, but you are, when you're conducting business, you're conducting business informally and formally, all right? And the self-introduction sets the tone for professional interactions. Let's start with your name. Clearly stating your name is the first step in making a strong impression, particularly if you're talking to English speakers and you don't have an English name or some English equivalent. And that's okay. Just be clear about how to pronounce it and state it. It helps the listener remember who you are. Mentioning your job title. This provides context about your role within the organization, indicating your level of expertise and responsibility. Stating your company, including your company name, adds credibility to your introduction and helps the listener understand your background. And lastly, let me provide an example. Hello, my name is Wendy. I am the project manager at Universal Tech Solutions. So this illustrates a very simple introduction, but it hits the 3 points precisely, and people in a meeting will understand your role in that context, even though this is a brief introduction. And because most of us are not used to speaking to a room full of people, speaking to another person is one thing, but speaking to a room full of people, even something as short and to the point as this, you should practice so that you feel comfortable when it comes time to present it. Regular practice of self-introductions will increase your confidence and improve your communication skills in professional settings. Detailed introductions should include your name, title, company, and relevant experience to provide context and invite conversation. So another thing that you want to do to sort of make yourself, I don't want to say expert, but to better introduce yourself in different contexts is to familiarize yourself with industry-specific vocabulary and cultural nuances to tailor your introductions appropriately for different audiences. If you're finding this content useful so far, please give us a like. Thank you. We'd appreciate it. Let's take a look at social settings and the introductions for social settings. Uh, we all know making a good impression during introduction is crucial, and it's because it sets the stage for more professional relationships. This is just as true in a formal business environment as a social environment. So you want to be relaxed. Approach introductions calm and friendly. Okay? This helps create a welcoming environment for conversation. Informal role introduction. Instead of a rigid job title, use a relaxed tone. For example, hi, I'm Wendy. I manage tech projects at Universal Technologies or Universal Tech. This makes you relatable. Encourage conversation. Always end your introduction with a question. This is key. With a question to engage the other person. This could be as simple as asking about their role or interests. This is what's known as an open-ended question, and it will allow the other person to answer. It doesn't put a person in the position of saying yes or no with no further conversation. Let's look at an example. Hi, I'm Wendy. I manage tech projects at Universal Tech. What's your role? This not only introduces you, but also invites the other person to share. Now, language and communication skills. In this section, we focus on essential language and communication skills that enhance professional introductions in diverse business and social contexts. Key vocabulary. This slide will present vital terms such as executive and specialists, which are important for effective communication in business settings. Cultural considerations. This slide highlights the importance of understanding cultural differences in introductions, emphasizing practices like business card exchanges to avoid misunderstandings. Now, this icon list highlights key roles and responsibilities that can enhance professional introductions in business contexts. Each role signifies essential contributions to a team or organization, demonstrating the importance of clear self-introduction in professional settings. Manager, analyst, coordinator, and consultant. Understanding these roles helps non-native speakers articulate their professional identity and foster better connections in business interactions. So when you do your review, come back to this slide and review this icon list. Cultural considerations. Cultural norms dictate how introductions are made, varying significantly from one country to another. This is just a high-level example. In many Asian cultures, exchanging business cards is a fundamental part of the introduction process, while in Western cultures, a handshake or verbal introduction may suffice. Right? Research shows that 70% of business professionals believe that understanding cultural differences in communication improves business relationships and outcomes. For example, in Japan, let's say a bow indicates respect, while in the US, a firm handshake is customary. Right? This is just a high-level example. So you want to do your homework on what is appropriate in the culture that you're going to visit or you're interacting in, and not assume that everyone is the same just because they're going to be utilizing English. Interactive listening, interactive learning. So this section will emphasize interactive learning through practical exercises to enhance professional introduction skills in business and social contexts. Practical exercise. Participants are encouraged to record a video of their professional introduction to evaluate their performance and seek feedback. So, you are the participant here. So you are encouraged. I am encouraging you to record a video or even an audio, if for whatever reason a video is a problem for you, of your professional introduction to evaluate your performance and seek feedback for improvement. So now, in summing up, a professional introduction sets the tone for future interactions and is crucial in business settings. Begin with a clear structure. State your name, position, and company. Gradually include your professional background to provide context. Remember that studies have shown that the first impressions are formed within the first 7 seconds. So a strong introduction can significantly impact your networking opportunities. And networking and business go hand in hand with success. So thank you for your time and attention today. But before you go, please, if you found this content useful, then please like, subscribe, use the notification bell so you'll know when we have new content, which is weekly, and share this video. Right? And the most important part actually could be this part. Leave a comment. It helps us help you by providing feedback. Alrighty. See you next time as we continue our linguistic adventure.